Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Jennifer Etherton, the founder of Moonlight Mobile Notary here in Fishers, Indiana. In my last video, we went over estate planning essentials as part of my estate planning series. This week, we are continuing with that series with living trust. We are going to be covering what are they and what are the pros and cons of having a living trust. Most people are familiar with the last will and testament, but fewer understand exactly what a living trust is and what they can do for them. A living trust is a special kind of fund that can own someone's property while they are still living. Once the original owner of the trust dies, it spells out how to distribute the property within the trust. There are two types of trust, revocable and irrevocable. A revocable trust can be changed or canceled by the original owner. In contrast, an irrevocable trust cannot be changed even by the owner. The revocable trust is far more popular and can even be considered a trust for beginners. Some people begin with a revocable trust and then transition into an irrevocable trust once they become more certain. Now, with a simplified understanding of what a living trust is, we will cover the finer points. The first question is, what can a living trust own? The simplest answer is anything of value. This includes real estate, vehicles, banks and savings accounts, fine art, jewelry, as well as intangibles such as mining rights and intellectual property. These are only a few examples. The options are endless. One thing to remember is once the items have been placed in the living trust, you no longer own it. The trust does. This process is called funding the trust, and the items together form a trust fund. Once you decide that you want to create a living trust and have decided what property you want to transfer into it, now you need to choose a trustee. The trustee will be named in the trust documents, and he or she will make sure the instructions in the trust contract will be carried out. This trustee can be anyone you choose, whether he or she is a family member or a professional trustee, usually part of a financial institution or law office. In order for the trustee to have instructions to follow, the owner of the trust needs to outline exactly how the contents should be distributed. You can leave the entire contents to one person or a group of people. On the other hand, you can put stipulations in place, such as a child needs to finish college or reach the age of majority. The list of options are endless, and your trustee is charged with carrying out your wishes to the letter. If a trust is starting to look like an option that will work for your estate plan, let's first go over the pros and cons of going this route. Let's always get the hard stuff out of the way first, so here are the major disadvantages. The first one is personal inconvenience. Since the trust now owns your property, if you want to sell something, you have to contact the trustee and get his or her permission first, then take the property you want to sell out of the trust before it's sold. The second one is attorney fees. A trust should only be set up with an attorney, which can become pricey. Also, if you decide to change something in the trust, you will have to contact an attorney again. This is something to be aware of. The third thing is the retitle and redeed process. A trust is pretty much worthless until you start funding it. In order to do this, you need to take all of the property and other possessions out of your name and put it into the trust name. This can be tedious, but it is a vital step in using your trust to its fullest potential. Now that we have the bad out of the way, what are the benefits of having a living trust? Well, the first is it reduces estate taxes. For married people, a trust can save on estate taxes when one of you passes away. The second thing is it can protect minor children. You have options on how your minor children receive their inheritance. They can receive a certain sum over a period of time, or any type of stipulation can be put on when they receive their inheritance. You can also save your grown kids from themselves. If your grown child or children are not physically responsible, either due to addiction or they are just bad with money, you can stipulate how and when your child receives their inheritance. This way, the capital is always protected. The next benefit is it keeps your assets in the family. A professional trustee can help protect all of the assets in the trust by ensuring your instructions are followed. This way, your spouse or children won't be taken advantage of or purposely give away your assets. The biggest thing is a living trust can help you avoid probate. Since you put your property in the trust while you are still living, this allows you to avoid probate. The trust allows for the transfer of property to happen automatically due to a trustee being named during your lifetime. This also ensures your family's privacy. One of the biggest advantages is that a trust is completely private. A last will and testament becomes public after your passing, where a trust will remain a completely private document. The last thing is you can protect yourself while you are still alive. Since you fund the trust during your lifetime, if you become incapacitated, the successor trustee can automatically step in and manage your affairs. This is especially important for individuals who are single or childless. Your trust will continue to provide for you even if you aren't able to make decisions for yourself. Now that you have a basic overview of what a living trust is, as well as the pros and cons of setting one up, it is time to evaluate whether or not you want to make a trust the cornerstone of your estate plan. While it is always advisable to contact an attorney while you are building your plan, this is one time that it is vital. An attorney will not only be able to set up your trust, he or she will be able to give you the advice you will need to create the best plan for your individual situation. If you found this video informative and would like to see more on my estate planning series, hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell. This way you are alerted when a new video is uploaded. Also, if you have enjoyed this series, please hit the like button. If you would like to catch up on my estate planning series, I will leave a link to the playlist here. Next week, we are continuing the estate planning series and beginning to explore powers of attorney. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you on Sunday.